Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. We're doing a whiskey drinking video here, like many I've done before, but this one has a little bit of a story to it, and it's actually inspired by something from a little while ago. As you know, my buddy Alan Stewart, Mamemeister, he does a weekly Friday waffle and a Sunday stream, and many times my other buddy Delboy shows up as well. And the two of them were doing, I think it was a Friday waffle, and Alan was talking about how, as a Scotsman, he feels embarrassed that he doesn't drink Scotch. You'd think that it would be like me not enjoying hockey, which I don't. But regardless, Alan's always felt like, yeah, I kind of feel like it's a missed opportunity. I don't drink Scotch. Many people have tried to get me into it. And Delboy was saying, well, wait a minute, isn't Kevin coming to visit you down the rabbit hole? Isn't he coming to visit you in the summertime? Like, there's the man who will get you onto the Scotch bandwagon. To which I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of pressure. Gosh, thanks, Del. But what I thought I would do is mention the drink. There's actually two of them, so this will be a two-part video. The drinks that got me from being strictly a beer drinker, which I was for years, and it might show, to whiskey. There was a thing that kind of enabled me, my gateway, if you will, from beer to whiskey. And I'm going to do those as a little taste test video as a recommendation. Alan, or anybody, if you're thinking of like, what's this world of whiskey all about? Why are people so big into it? If I'm just a beer drinker, what am I missing out on? How do you get from that to being more interested in the whiskey world and things that will pave the way? Well, have I got a suggestion for you? Shout out to my cousin Barbara. She got me into Irish Mist, which is a whiskey liqueur. So it's like whiskey with like a sweetness to it. Imagine putting sugar into whiskey. That's kind of what this is. But it's so good, and I'm going to have some because I haven't actually had Irish Mist for a while. And I still have the bottle style that looks like a magic potion. It's very, very cool. Now, some people have said, wait a minute, if you're telling Alan, a Scotsman, to get into whiskey, why are you drinking something Irish? Well, I'm wearing green. We're coming up to St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if I'm posting this on St. Patrick's Day, but we're getting close to it. So since my cousin from Ireland got me into Irish Mist as my way toward whiskey, that's the connection. We're going to try it out. So let me pour a little dram of Irish Mist, and then we will do a taste test. And I will regale you in why this worked for me where others didn't. So there we go. Very nice. Now we'll let that breathe. So I never really was into whiskey. Like I said, I tried it in the 90s, and I was just like, no, thank you. But something that I will give credit to, harder spirits. A friend of mine is very much into rum and things that are not, you go to a party and everybody's got a crate of beer sitting there. Some people don't really like beer, and your body probably wouldn't benefit much from a lot of beer drinking. And as the years have gone by, I have found I'm in a weird combo of like, I don't know if it's as I'm getting older, I need to absorb more alcohol to get the buzz from it or something. Or maybe the beer is just weaker these days. I don't know. I have very nice craft beers, but the stuff that I drink, as delicious as it is, I gotta down a couple of 6-packs if I want to have a really good time at a party. And I was just like, that's not good. For all those hops and yeast and like big amounts of liquid going through you, like the gut is already on its way. I sure as heck don't need to assist it in any way. Wouldn't it be nice to get that enjoyable little buzz, but without having to down 7 or 8 bottles of beer? This will do the trick for you very nicely, and it tastes really good. So I guess one should let this open up a bit more, but don't have that much time, so let's give Irish Mist a proper try for St. Patrick's Day, maybe in advance, whatever. And also for Alan. Anybody wanting to get into the whiskey journey, I suggest you start here because I did and it worked for me. But what's it like now that I haven't had it for a while? Just doing the initial, getting the scent. What's the bouquet? It's actually quite a mild smell. Now, admittedly, this bottle has sat for a while, and I do know the more oxygen gets in the bottle, the slight sort of diluting of the whiskey that's held within. But that should be fine. That's over half full still, so I don't think it has impacted the strength of this whiskey liqueur, but it really almost has no smell, or not a strong one. There is a hint there, kind of cookie dough, a little bit of orange zest maybe. I've had a lot of Johnnie Walker Black Label. This smells very similar, but much more faint. It's like a very mild Johnnie Walker aroma coming off this. But what's the taste like? Let's have a go. Ooh, yep, it still has its flavor. Sweet, raisins, definitely a strong hint of orange. I think this is honey. Is this a honey liqueur? What does it say there? Ireland's legendary liqueur, but nothing beyond that. So, yeah, strong scent of honey, molasses, candy cane almost. But definitely, yeah, take raisins, honey, and orange. Not even orange peel, like actual orange juice, and put it into a whiskey. That's basically what this smells and tastes like. A little bit of like, you know, candy sprinkles you put on like a donut or something. It's got that as well. And there is definitely a kick. And this is something I could easily see sitting around in an Irish pub with the rain pouring down outside, and you're like, oh, let's have another one for the road, shall we? This is good stuff. For somebody who is not a spirits drinker, not into heavy stuff at all, this was like, oh, I could be drinking that. That's fine. It's almost like a soda pop if you put in not a Coca-Cola thing, more like an Orange Crush or something in that, or a Fanta. Imagine somebody's taken that, a little drizzle of either like maple syrup or honey into there, and then give it a good kick with some hard booze inside. That's some nice stuff. Yes, Irish Mist. You'll definitely be feeling the luck of the Irish if you have some of that. So again, big thanks to my cousin Barbara for recommending Irish Mist with this, and with our second contender, which I will get to next time, and it is Scottish Allen, so keep watching. These will, maybe if you're interested in getting onto that journey, these will pave the way. They are the gateway, if you will. Irish Mist as the first one, fantastic. I was really feeling, after having enough of this, I was like, yeah, maybe I could get into a different style of drink, because the other benefit is first of all, you don't have as much of a beer belly after going through, for the level of buzz that you're looking for, you don't need to go through quite as many bottles. And secondly, you don't have to take the empties back to recycling as often either. This'll last you a while. So yes, it's a bit more money, but if you were to add up how much beer you need to drink to get to the enjoyment factor that this provides, this is actually probably cheaper. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a little video there, try out some Irish Mist for St. Patrick's Day kind of coming up. And also Allen and Delboy. If you're in a pub somewhere, if they've got Irish Mist, give it a whirl. It was in Ireland that I first tried it. You can get it in Canada. It's pretty widespread. It's fantastic. Beautiful stuff. Highly recommend it. Cheers. Until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.